Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Divine Journey. Since last episode, I've spent a while kind of working on the area here, outside of here. I did a bit of mining and everything, but I did start sprucing this area up a little bit. I'm deciding to go with kind of an overgrown type feel to this mountaintop. So I've been gathering a bunch of oak leaves and different things, and kind of sprucing this area up and giving it that overgrown look. So still very much a work in progress, but it's getting there. And I went ahead and built out this little well area and spruced this up a little bit using some of our seared stone. And also these are chiseled lanterns, or torches, by the way. And then I guess we'll head off in this direction first. Some of these stairs are still cobblestone. I'm going to do carpenter stairs. I just haven't got around to it just yet. But if we head up here, our little berry orchard. Oh, I did add Melissa's doors into the pack because I felt like it was needed. I like Melissa's doors. I like the opening animations. So I went ahead and threw that into the pack. But you can see that our berry orchard is grown up, and it's not any kind of issue at all now to make like a stack of berry medleys. So I've actually got a stack's worth of bowls on me, and I just keep a stack of berry medleys, and we're all set. And then I added a gate back here. It doesn't lead anywhere other than my little tree orchard at the moment that I've been using to gather leaves and stuff for decorating. And then if we head on down the mountain, you can see I've started building another little structure over here. There's nothing really in it at the moment, but I will show it to you guys. And by the way, this is all concrete. It's just smelted gravel. I gathered a bunch of gravel. But over here, and I removed this obelisk, or the obsidian that was here. I kept the pixie spawner for now. I'm sure we'll do something with it. A bit later on, I'll probably end up moving it though, or changing the spawner type, you know, once we're ready to actually use that. But up here, if we step inside, this is going to be actually our reactor. We had 2 extra reactor casings. I just threw them up there for now. It's going to be a 7x7x7 reactor. I think it's going to fit into here. And then this will be kind of like a machining area, which will eventually just be a straight cobbleworks long term. But for right now, it'll be kind of a all-purpose kind of thing. But, you know, that's just kind of moving the machines out of our smeltery type area, because eventually this is just going to be like handling ores and whatnot. I may actually change these because I like the double open gates a lot more, but I don't know. But anyways, I've also got a stack of dark steel that's just about done cooking up. It takes forever to cook this. Right now my reactor's turned off. It was like 70% full, so I just shut it off for now. Also, this phytogenic insulator has been working amazingly. It's great. Get some more pumpkin seeds, throw them into there, because we need 4 stacks of pumpkins, I believe. But as far as potatoes and carrots, those 2 quests are both done. We have the 256 carrots that we needed. They're going to give us some bone meal and some arrows. And then potatoes, we needed 256 of those. They're going to give us a bow and some bone meal for that. So we're well on our way through those quest lines, or a decent ways through anyways. But that phytogrow, super easy to make. Like, it's not even any kind of a challenge at all to make that stuff. And I've been running this pretty much non-stop, making seared bricks and using them for building and stuff like that. But anyways, today we're going to go ahead and get started with what we're going to be doing. And we are going to be, first up, getting a jetpack. Okay, because I would like to go check out some of the villages nearby. Whenever I was up on top of the mountain, I noticed there was actually a village off in that direction, just over the top of the mountain. But, you know, with the amplified and stuff, getting some sort of basic flight at this point would be very, very helpful. So if we open up our quest book, in the Gadgets tab, right here we have Jetpacks. Now there's a thermal expansion side, and then there's also this Ender IO section, but I don't figure that we're going to be doing that one right now. I wonder... I don't really see any point, per se, to ever even making these. I mean, I guess we will, probably, just to do it, but it seems like if you go through the thermal expansion ones, there's no reason to get into these. Oh, there's actually probably an option somewhere. Probably another quest that ties into it. But anyways, let's go ahead and start getting into that. We're going to have to start with some tuberous flux capacitors. Now these, we're going to use those to make our leadstone flux capacitors. These are just made with a bit of lead, redstone, and potatoes. So actually rather cheap. I'm going to go ahead and start off, because the thing is, these are all tiered crafts, and I always hate having to craft these things, like, from the beginning. Like, say you're making, like, the tier 4 jetpack, having to craft them all the way up. So I'm just going to go ahead and make, like, 4 tuberous flux capacitors. Now, at some point I may stop making, like, updating these. Like, maybe once it gets to Invar or something like that, that's a little bit more expensive. But I feel like, for right now, we might as well try to keep these caught up. So I said 4 of them. There's 4 potatoes. There's actually a tuberous jetpack. But it only holds 1200 RF. It says clever but not survivable. Okay, yeah, we're not even going to mess with that. Let's go ahead and get 4 of those. And we'll go ahead and turn that quest in. They're going to give us a dirt chest 9000. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to put this away. The dirt chest 9000 is pretty much a joke anyways. Anyways, for the next tier of capacitor, this one just takes copper, lead, redstone, and sulfur, which we've actually got a bit of sulfur, right? Yeah. Okay, we've got plenty of that. And then it's just mainly copper. Am I out of copper? Are you serious? No, I'm not. Okay, I have the thermal expansion, or the thermal foundation. Okay, my bad. Let me actually pull up just capacitors here. Oh, they won't shift click in. Man, I hate when that happens. And once again, we'll just go ahead and upgrade all of these, because eventually we're going to need them. Because each jetpack needs a higher tier capacitor. Now, I think the tier 5 will actually use some capacitors, but I'm not going to worry about those right now. I'm just focusing on, you know, these ones. Okay. And they're going to give us a block of redstone for that. I've got plenty of redstone. It doesn't take me very long to get that built up, but... okay, so now's when things start getting expensive. We're going to need leadstone thrusters. And I believe we're actually going to need 2 of these. Yes. Okay. Let me just pull up leadstone. Okay, so first up, I guess we'll start... Well, we've actually got the leather strap, right? They gave us one of those a bit back. Yep. Lead, we've got that. So really, that's all we need is the 2 thrusters. Now, these are semi-expensive, sort of. Not too bad, but semi. First up, was it 2? Okay, no, it's just... Yeah, it's just 2 gold gears. Let me pull all this out of here. Since that's emptying right now, I guess we're going to start with the leadstone flux ducts. Yeah, these are cheap enough. We'll just craft these. But I would like to start checking out some of the villages, you know, maybe start moving in towards runic dungeons, things like that. It would be rather nice to be able to get out of our little area and start exploring the world. But with, oh, we're going to need a bunch of gold, because this takes redstone reception coils, and then you have to upgrade them with silver gears. Ugh. It's nasty. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit expensive. We're going to need a ton of copper gears. And really, I was wanting to get maybe the tier 2 jetpack. Is kind of what I was wanting to go for today. Yeah, so we're going to need 12 gold gears. Like, I was just counting those up. Man. Okay. It's going to be expensive. Gosh. Okay. That's, what, 28 altogether? Okay, I've actually got enough gold to pull that off. I've got that running through here. Let me pull that out. Just gonna throw that into there. We'll get that pumping through. Okay, so the gold gears are being made now. Now, in addition, we are going to need a bunch of silver gears and a bunch of copper gears and bronze gears on the next tier of jetpack. Man, okay, so we're going to need 8 copper gears. That is 32 copper. I'm going to go ahead and throw that into there. We'll get that smelting up. And our gold's all done. Awesome. This is also going to require a bunch of redstone. Like an absolute ton of redstone. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, first up, we're going to need 5 of the redstone reception coils. Or, no, I'm sorry, 6. 6 of the redstone reception coils. Like, I didn't really look at the jetpacks. I was like, well, we'll be able to make these. And I like that moment when you look at the recipe and it's just like, whoa, this stuff's expensive. But, man, these are, I mean, they're not... You know, it's not something that we can't pull off. It's just, it's expensive. It really, really is. But that's one thing I like about this pack a lot so far, is the crafts, I mean, they're not out of reach. I mean, they're in reach, but they are expensive to do. Okay, so it's pumping out the copper gears. Now we're also going to need silver gears. Let me go ahead and open this up. For the Hardened Jetpack, which that's the one we're actually long-term we're going for this episode. We are going to need, let's see, redstone transmission coils. That's 2 each. So that's 2, 4, there's 8. So 16 silver gears altogether. So you're looking at a stack of silver. Cool. It's so expensive. So very expensive. And I guess I might as well go ahead and change these over, because we're going to need all those as redstone reception coils. Okay. And then our copper gears. We're just waiting on that stuff to finish up. And then... yeah, and then it's just the silver gears that we're waiting on. So there's our 8 copper gears. Now, in addition, we're also going to need bronze for the next tier of jetpack. These require 8 bronze gears. So that is 3 parts copper, 1 part tin. Oh, that's a lot of copper. Like, that's the one thing I'm going to run out of. I mean, I've got a little bit of bronze here. I've got a piece of copper there. I'm going to have to go get more copper. I definitely am going to need to get more copper. Copper is something I don't tend to have a lot of, you know, because it's one of those things like, it's always, the Y levels, you know, it's not where I'm mining, generally. But, anyways, I mean, we've got the resources we need to make the first tier of jetpack, so we'll go ahead and start with that one. Leadstone thruster, we can get our redstone transmission coils. And then get, oh yeah, I'm going to need obsidian. Okay, so steam dynamos. There's 2 of those. And then I think we've got everything now to get, what am I missing? Oh, red alloy is what I'm missing. I cannot remember. Do I have some of that lying around? It looks like I do not. Okay, let me grab that stack of dark steel out. And I think I've got silicon lying around. I do. And I'm just going to start with, actually an induction smelter, I guess. I'll just start with 12 red alloy. Okay, redstone alloy. And there's our first thruster. We can turn this quest in, right? They're going to give us a fortune cookie. Best reward ever. What does our fortune cookie say? Let's take a look. Help, I'm trapped in a fortune cookie, paper strip, print plate, stenciling factory. Okay. Sounds good. And then there is our other thruster. Oops. And now we can actually get our jetpack. Our first jetpack. So, leadstone jetpack. Ba-bam. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get that jetpack charging up. We'll just throw it into here. It's not going to take very long for it to charge up. And they're going to give us a particle customizer, rainbow smoke, and smoke only. For right now, I'm just going to put those into here. And then they want us to start down the hardened section. So for this, we're going to need a bit of Invar, good copper, tin, redstone. Okay, I've got a little bit of Invar here. Let me get a bit more of that made up. I should have ferrous laying around, right? Yeah, I've got plenty of ferrous. I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of this. Just because it's one of those things, we'll need it. So I'll just run it through the Induction Smelter. So let's go ahead and pull up Hardened. And let's see. Hardened Flux Capacitor. I'm going to need, what, 3 of these? Is that lead at the bottom? Am I right? No, it's 10. Okay. And then we can just upgrade these. Doing multiple capacitors and just kind of carrying them along with you makes life so much easier. Really, really does. When it comes to doing like jetpacks and stuff, I found. And I'm just going to dump those 2 in there because I don't think we'll go any higher. I don't see myself getting into this because that's a lot of Electrum, and I just can't. I don't have the gold to afford that at the moment. Okay, so this quest is done. They're going to give us 3 gold ore. Okay. I've actually got a little bit of gold ore in here. 3 pieces. I don't think I have any copper. I do have some nether gold. And I've actually got some copper ore berries. I need to get those planted, right? I think I have 1, okay. Okay, there's 51 invar. So we're pretty well set on that. So the Hardened Jetpack. We've got the invar, we've got the capacitor, we've got the first tier jetpack. The Hardened Flux ducts. That is just redstone invar to upgrade those. So let's go ahead. Wonder why. Oh, because I don't have any redstone on me. Okay, so there we go. There's that. I'm going to dump these like lower tier ones into there. We've actually got some right here too. So invar, redstone alloy, the redstone reception coil. We've got all that. The redstone transmission coils. I'm going to need 3 more of those. Which that's what all the silver gears here are for. There's that. Okay, no, it's redstone right there. So redstone right there, and then just obsidian. And then really all we're missing is all those bronze gears. But man, that's expensive. I'm going to go ahead and get some of that stuff smelting up for us. So there's that. And I guess, while that stuff's smelting up and everything, I guess I'm going to have to go down and mine. Try to find some copper, some more copper ore. I think my backpack's empty. Yes, it is. Okay. So I'll be back in a bit. I'm going to go mining. It shouldn't take too long. How much durability do I have on this? 62. Tell you what, I'm going to run this cobalt through here. I don't need it right this second, but I might whenever I get back. So anyways, I'll be back. I'm just going to do a bit of like mid-range mining. It shouldn't take all that long, I don't think, to get the copper that we need, but we'll see. Actually, there's some right here. Awesome. There's 7 pieces. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, this isn't going to take long at all. Like, if I keep just bumping into copper like this, I've been through these areas, just I don't always, mine every single thing that I come across, but there's 14. I'm not going to hop down there, I don't think. Okay, I died, just for the record. A creeper snuck up behind me and blew me up. And I was at like full health, and I mean, it was just like insta-dead. So, anyways. Also, there was a winged venom invasion, but I haven't really encountered any of the creatures from there because I was underground whenever it happened. But anyways, we've got a bit of copper. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw some of that in there, I guess. I'm just gonna melt it all out as ingots, whatever's left over. Okay, so we should be able to start making our gears. And I did grab a few more copper oreberry bushes. Because I figure here very, very soon we're probably going to want to set up a copper farm and aluminum farm and stuff like that. Because in this pack, I mean, it's... Well, Magical Crops is a little ways into the future. I know it's limited in this pack. I haven't looked ahead. I tend to not look ahead, I like coming across things and being like, oh, man. Like, except for, like, the really in-gamey stuff. Oh, our pumpkins are done. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those. We can actually finish out that, the pumpkin quest now. So we get an ender pearl and 10 bone meal for that. Awesome. And next up, I'm going to work on probably melons, I guess. I'm kind of finishing out this side. Actually, no, I'm going to do sugarcane. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Bronze. We have a bunch of bronze gears. Like a whole bunch of them. Okay. Or a whole bunch of bronze. I'm going to pump out... What do I need? 8. Yeah, 8 bronze gears. It's like a half stack of bronze. I know I made a bit extra bronze, but that's fine. It's not really going to hurt me. I'm sure I'm going to use the bronze, you know, in the very near future. So, alright, so there is our first 4 gears. We'll go ahead and get our Reactive Dynamo. Then over here, I'm going to set up, on this crafting table, I'll set up the actual thruster recipe. So it's like that. Oh yeah, Invar. Alright, so there we go. There's our first hardened thruster. Then we just need our other dynamo. Oh, stop that. Stop running. Okay, I'm going to melt this one down. And then I'll get that emptying. And we should be good on, well, I say we should be good on bronze, but the cost in this pack, like, there is no being good on anything in this pack. Alright, so there is our other dynamo. And there is our other thruster. And let me actually turn that quest in real quick. They're going to give us 2 blocks of redstone for that one. Okay. And then we're going to need 4 pieces of Invar. And then just that tier 1 jetpack. Honestly, getting a tier 2 jetpack today is going to make life so much easier. It really, really is. You know, it's funny because in other packs, I've encountered a lot of, like, increased recipe type jetpacks, but never to this extreme. Like, jetpacks are usually just kind of like, okay. I mean, today, the jetpack today, it's not that bad. It's not, like, a terrible cost. But, I mean, you're talking about, like, stacks of different metals and stuff like that. I mean, it does add up, I feel like. A lot quicker than I expected. Because, like, the gold cost. You know, gold, at this point in the game, gold's not that easy to come across. So, that was a little bit expensive. Okay, now, I would like to get the armored version of these jetpacks. Bronze armor platings. We're going to have to make iron armor plating. That's iron gear. Okay. It's actually not that hard. Let's go ahead. There's an iron gear. And that's not iron plating, is it? What is iron plating? Okay, it's 10 on the corners. Okay. So I figured, I mean, the higher tier jetpacks we're going to need armored anyways. Might as well go ahead and keep it caught up. So there's that. And then if we just run that with 10 pieces of bronze, we'll get the hardened version. So I think Induction Smelter can handle that. Yep. And there we go. Bronze armor plating. And then we'll just put that onto our jetpack. Some such way. Okay, like that. And there's our hardened jetpack. So it's actually got protection of 6. I don't know how that transfers. Because this is 10% damage reduction. 30% full on these. Because it's all that Divine RPG changes. So if we throw this on, okay, right now we're at 4 armor bars, and if we throw on the hardened jetpack, it bumps us up to 5.5. Okay, so that is not bad. I will go ahead and rock that. The only thing is that damage reduction, I don't know because these things are so different. Let's see, that's 6.3, 8.8, and 5%. Okay, I don't know. I think this actually comes out to be better. I think. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and open up our controls. And was it simply jetpacks? And I'm going to change up my keybinds. I tend to have engine on 0 on my Naga and hover as add. What's add right now? That's what I always use for jetpacks. So we've got to have it. Oh, auto pick. That's right. Because I was doing the auto walk, auto pick stuff. I forgot to mention that's in the pack. So you can actually set yourself to auto walk forward and also auto pick. Personally, I don't tend to use auto pick. I was playing around with it, but I didn't actually use it all that much. So I'm just going to set it over there. Okay, so let me go ahead and sleep, maybe. Oh yeah, we've got this quest here for the Hardened Jetpack. They're going to give us an AND gate, which is probably the most random reward ever for making a jetpack, I feel like. And also right here, make a jetpack or a hang glider to have some way of early game flight. Let's go ahead and knock that off. Now, one thing I am going to do is I want to make a glider, in fact. Because glider plus jetpack makes like flight so much easier because you don't use nearly as much energy when you're moving, like when you're traveling places. So we are going to go with the hang glider from Open Blocks. And for this, we're going to need treated leather. Now, this requires flint. I'll tell you what. Actually, I see something that's going to be our saving grace right here. We have a mystical lime flower. So we'll just grab that, turn it into petals. I'm assuming, let me actually check. The mortar and pestle, okay, that's standard. Awesome. So, yeah, this is going to save our lives. Anyway, there's our pestle and mortar. And then we're going to use up a bit of our bone meal here. So for our glider, it's really just the treated leather that's expensive. Okay, it's 1 lime dye per craft, basically. So let's go ahead. We'll just plant our petals down, grow those. Oh yeah, my shears broke before. Let me make another pair of shears real quick. And then we'll just shear these down, get our tall mystical lime. There's 8 petals. And then, of course, we'll just plant these down again. There we go. Ah, ha, ha. That's a Spriggan, by the way. Those can spawn anytime that you break any kind of grass, basically. So all in all, and I should have scanned it now that I think about it, but all in all, we're going to need 12 glider wings. So let's go ahead. 12 of those. Mortar and pestle, and there we go. We got our dye. Okay. This is still a pain to craft because I'm going to have to get buckets of water, which, I mean, it's just manual, I guess. Be the way to put it. I mean, the rest of the craft is really easy. It just requires sticks. So, no problem at all to make that. I just hate doing anything like crafts like this where you have to craft a bunch of something. I hate doing that when it's stuff that doesn't stack, like buckets of water. It feels so manual. And I will say that, strangely enough, I actually have not been harassed all that much inside of the house. You know, even though it's got the open windows and stuff, I've not had a single skeleton spawn and fire in here on me or nothing. It's been rather peaceful, honestly. Okay, it's actually only 2 sticks per wing. I got 3 per wing. But anyways, there's our 2 glider wings, and then we'll just throw those together with our stick and hang glider. Alright. So now life is officially a whole lot easier than it was. Okay, so let's set off to see if we can find ourselves some village action. Now I know there's a village off in that direction, and actually, before we leave, one thing I want to make, just because we have quests for it, a lot of our first page quests are tied into this right here. AE2. We might actually try to finish out this quest page today. But the Meteorite Compass. Okay, that requires 4 dark steel and 1 piece of charged Sardis crystal. And I can definitely afford that at this point. Now, I really made the dark steel for making reactor pieces, so I can make a larger reactor, but I doubt we're going to get to that today. And I'm not in that much of a rush for it because we're kind of sitting okay at the moment. So let's see. They want us to get 64 skystone. They want us to make a charger, which is just iron and fluix, which we could pull that off. But oh, they're going to give us a crescent hammer for that. That's good to know. And then they want us to get the presses. Okay. Let's go ahead, and we can just right-click to open the hang glider, and you can see now I can actually get the like the horizontal distance, whereas the jetpack, you know, at this point the jetpack's mainly for like vertical distance. But now I can combo those two together, and it's so effective. All right, so let's bust that open. And okay, it just wasn't showing up in my inventory. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and grab all this. Oh, my pick's broken. Never mind, not getting that. Alright, so we got the Inscriber Silicon Press. I'm actually gonna steal this chest as well. And I tell you what, I'm gonna pop back up to the house real quick. In fact, because I would like to repair my pick, just in case we run across any other Skystone meteors. And by the way, you can hold shift and kind of like sprint, like move faster with your hang glider. Might as well go ahead and upgrade the hammer, or fix the hammer. And I'll go ahead and fix the Maddox Manulin, that's right. Like the primary one that you need to repair stuff. I could make a piece of Manulin, but I'm going to wait for now. That's fine. So let us set out and see what we can find here. Now there was was that Mallowberry? No, that's not Mallowberry. That's another thing I'd like to be on the lookout for today is Mallowberry. Because if I can get Mallowberry, I can make my berries actually go 2 times as far as what they're going right now. Now it looks like this layer of villagers is... I don't see any houses that have items in them. Oh, but there's a smeltery. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to rob this smeltery. And I'll go ahead and take the casting base and casting tables. Just because we might as well. Oh, by the way, we've got 2 completed quests here. First up, the 64 Skystone. They're going to give us an Ender Pearl, Gunpowder, or String. I'm going to take the Ender Pearl for sure. And then the Silicon Press, they're going to give us 5 pieces of Redstone. Alright. Sounds good to me. That is just a... Is that a blacksmith? Or no, that's a book house. Almost forgot these things even existed. What do we got here? Witchcraft books. I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Witchery, Diary of a Tinker, Observations of an Immortal. We've got a Thaumonomicon. Is that an empty map? No, it's a torn page. And then we've got Materials and New Volume 2. And another Volume 2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take all those, whatever. Alright, what else do we have through here? Oh, I see cactus! Haha! You are mine, cactus! And we got a cauldron. I'm going to go ahead and steal that. Bread and apple. Did that complete a quest? No, how many pieces of cactus do we need to complete that quest? 6. Okay. This is actually a rather large village, but the way it's placed, it's like all over the place trying to explore the thing. What do we have here? Oh, that's just one of those like weird empty buildings. This looks like a Tinker's Construct house. I'm going to hit this one up for sure. Because I wouldn't mind having the piston. And let's see, what do we have here? Slime. Full guard. That's what I want. That's the one that's used for making the scimitar, right? So I want that. I should have made a sleeping cot thing. And I think that's the main thing I want. I mean, the slimy stuff, I could use it, but eh. Alright, now what do we have up a little bit higher on this village? We've got a bunch of sleeping villagers. And what kind of house is this? An empty one. This looks like a guard house. Thaumonomicon, Gold Nugget, and Knowledge Fragments. Okay. And then what about up through here? Oh, Blacksmith. That's what I was looking for. Okay, and I'll tell you what, just because I'll use them at some point, I'm going to grab those furnaces. Just because I hate making them. Then we have an Unknown Dimlet, 3 pieces of iron, and an apple. Probably the worst blacksmith chest ever. Okay. Oh, I see something. There's a Cyclops over there. By the way, we'll go check that out in just a second. But I'm going to pop in here, since we're passing through here. And I want all these books. Just so we've got them. Alright. There is our Cyclops friend. Those are the ones, they can spawn underground too. Like they can spawn up in mountains or underground. Okay, so I guess that's it for this village. I'm going to go ahead. We'll kind of have a little fly around here. Because I am looking for mallowberry. Oh, is that mallowberry? Because that sure looks like mallowberry. Haha, yes. Okay, I don't need a bunch of these to get started. Honestly, one is fine. Or, you know, a couple. Okay. Oh, and there's more mallowberry right there. So now we have all 4 berry types. Awesome. That is definitely something that I wanted to get in place. Okay, now there's another village off in this direction. I'm going to stop by the house. I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to pop upstairs and plant those mallowberries. Actually. Because I want to get those growing. Because I'm going to have to spread those and it's going to take a little while. Especially only starting with like 5 berry bushes. But basically what I can do is I can use those to make, see, like 4 berries, 2 berry medleys. Whereas I was using 3 for 1 before. So it's just a nice little upgrade as far as berries as food source goes. And once I get those spread, this little berry area will be finished, which will be nice. Oh, what does this mountain look like up close? Because I'm quite curious. Oh, I like that, actually. It's so nice being able to explore Amplified now. Like, just kind of like fly around and all that good stuff. I mean, it's not... Oh, I want these guys, actually. Let me grab my Soul Gazer. If I recall, these guys actually are not aggressive. So, we can actually farm these guys. These are Ariosaurs. We got the They Are Plants achievement. Let's open up our bestiary. And I believe these guys count as forest... Yeah. It says large plant-like sauropods. Ariosaurs are peaceful and normally graze from trees. They can be lured and farmed using vegetables. Do they count as meat, though? And they actually have some... I'm going to kill... I guess I'm going to kill this group of them, in fact. There we go. And we got the big game achievement. And we got ourselves 6 raw Ariosaur meat. Is it really meat, though? It's still really good to eat raw. And then you can cook it, and incredibly good for you. This food is actually really, really good. Ariosaurs are probably going to be one of the first creatures that I plan on domesticating and farming for us. Because it's really good food, and they're peaceful, they're not harmful, they're not going to be a pain for us. Oh, what is this building here? And I see another meteor off over in that direction, too, so I do want to go check that out. Oh, it looks like a witchery hut. I love the witchery NPCs. I don't know why I grabbed that spruce sapling, but I am going to grab these rose bushes. Really, I only need 1 because we can always bone meal it, but an excellent source of red dye right here. Okay, so I want to go find... Ooh, I'm going to take those peonies too. Over here, there is that meteor. I want to go hit that up. And then I want to go check out that other village, right? So right over... I guess it's at the top of the mountain? Or... Oh, it may be around it. Oh, there's another village right here that's burning to death. Good. Okay. This one I'm not going to be able to just vein mine everything, it doesn't look like. Okay, we have Silicon Press, Engineering Press, Logic Press. That's actually really good luck. Ooh, I need to get away from this, actually. Yeah, because I'm going to have Arafets and stuff spawning. Okay, do we have anything... What building is this, by chance? Okay. I was kind of hoping for another one of the cactus buildings, but that is not the case. I see a blacksmith down here. Looks like most of this town's actually like down here, which is great. There's a hobgoblin. Oh, that looks like a cactus building. It is. That's a apothecary. And I'm going to take that. Oh, Mutandis. I will take that. And Wool of Bat, which will eventually be using a bit of that. I love all the Ariosaurs. we're going to have to start getting those domesticated. Once I have, like, basically I'm waiting for room, you know, to start domesticating. Because the mountain we're on right now is not going to have animals on it because it's not super big. But, ooh, Devil Star Scepter. Low damage, fast, rapid fire. We've got Thaumium Ingots, Fiber and Alloy. Unknown Dimlets. That's actually a bit of a better chest, I have to say. Okay. I was kind of looking for runic chalk, but it doesn't seem like we're finding much of that. Baby villager. Those are the best. Okay. And actually, you know what? I could probably farm up a bit of this wheat here. Hey! Oh yeah. Let me scan it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, we got the Plant Environmental Achievement, and Spriggans, Mystical Plant Elementals. Spriggans are often found deep in the forest and are known for their deadly, life-draining lasers. I hate them. I hate them so much. Because they can spawn anytime that you, like, harvest plants. In early game, they are just murderous. I remember playing Blood and Bones and encountering them all the time, because I was trying to farm, you know. And even if you right-click to harvest, like, they can still spawn. Which that's, you know, see? There we go. They're terrible. And in Blood and Bones, like, whenever you ran into, like, Lycanites mobs, you know, it was bad news on Blood and Bones. And, I remember they were constantly spawning, like, at the start of the game. Like, they were the one things that tended to kill me a lot in that pack. Was Spriggans. Hated them so much. Alright, now there's still one more press that we're missing, I believe, right? Like one more. Oops. Forgot I can't open my book and float at the same time. And there's Arusaurs everywhere. I see silverwood saplings. Like, now that we can kind of get off of our mountain and move out and explore, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to make life a whole lot easier, actually. So we have access to a bit more resources and more variety and everything. Okay. Now the village that I saw... Oh, there's a pixie place here. I'm going to go ahead and mark this, actually. There's just pixie... Oh, runic chalk. There we go. Ooh, and ender lily seeds. Awesome. Let me throw down some assorted junk here. We've got a magma scepter. High damage, charge up, applies fire, and places lava. Mundane Power Crystal, Gunpowder Safari Gnats, Lexica Botanias. Yeah, I need to dump off my inventory. I don't really need this materials in U-Book or, you know, some of these Odnian things. I'm going to throw those down. Sticks I don't actually need. Okay, so I got everything that out of that chest. Now, it looks like one other thing I'd like to check out. Looks like there's an AE2 Meteor. Maybe not. I do see a Basal's down there, but... Okay. Yeah, it's not an AE2 Meteor. Now, where was that, Aha, right here. I see a blacksmith right there. Oh, and a massive guard tower. I do want to look, take a look inside these real quick. What do we got? Pulsating iron, amber cake. Okay, yeah, I'm going to come back to this village and just loot all that stuff a little bit later on. It's not super large, but this one, that's the one that's like literally right behind our house. Like, this is the mountain that our house is on right here. Berry bushes. I love this. Like, this is massive early game food. Like, you can make a stack of berry medley, like, no problem. Like, no problem whatsoever. So give me a minute. I'm going to get all this stuff sorted and put away, and I'll have to make more places to put things. Also, these ender lily seeds, we might as well... what does it take to make magical wood, actually? Because back in 1.7, you could plant ender lilies on magical wood. Yeah, we'll probably get into magical wood before too long. For right now, I'm just going to put these ender lilies, I'm just going to plant them, like, right there. So anyways, I'll be... Oh, wait, we actually have 2 quests completed here. First up, Engineering Press, that's 5 redstone, and then Logic Press, that's another 5 redstone. So right now we're really just missing the calculation press, which is not too bad. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I did a little bit of mining since the last cut, and while I was editing footage and everything, and we've actually got Yetis down here. So I would like to get these scanned. There we go, one on the inside. Let's kill one of these off real quick. I can't remember, are they aggressive by default? Yeti, large frosty mammals that like to eat the frozen vegetation of the Arctic. They can be farmed using vegetables, but watch out for their frost clouds. Yeti milk is a delicacy. Okay, so they have the frost clouds, kind of like there's actually a poison creature that has similar clouds, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything to me. Oh, it's giving me hunger when I'm in it. That's what it is. Okay. That's actually not that bad, though. Because they give you the raw Yeti meat and also packed ice. It'd be a good place to farm packed ice off these guys. I'm going to kill them off just because I'm mean. Okay, but anyways, I came out here... I stopped by that village and got those items that we weren't able to pick up before. But I came out here looking... Ooh. I want this. Sadly, I didn't fix my Maddock yet. Underneath, if you see one of these great wood trees with the... I hate these guys. With the spider webs in them, they actually have, underneath here, spider spawners. Ooh, Ender Lily seeds, dark steel, conductive iron, black lotus we'll use eventually, ender pearls. I will take it all. Oh, we got Peaks Kebab. I guess that was in that other... in that chest at the village, I assume. Oh, I need to make a sleeping bag, like bad. Up here is a slime island. That's one thing I would like to get is slime saplings. Just because, you know, before long I'm going to have to be making sticky pistons and all of that. I need some form of slime. And slime trees would be nice to have, actually. And for Tinker's Construct stuff, because I'm going to need it whenever I go to make, like, fletchings and stuff. Which will be soon. There we go, break that. I got one sapling. These tend to be horrible sometimes for getting saplings. And it looks like that is all of them. I am going to grab some of this liquid blue slime and just take it back with us, because we can use that, of course, to spawn blue slimes as well. So we may actually put that to use a little bit later on. But one thing I'm looking for, and I know it's turning dark, but I think we'll be okay because we've got flight now. It makes life so much easier. But one thing I'm looking for at the moment is... I see you down here. A Shambler. There we go. Bushbuster achievement. And let's go ahead and read our bestiary entry on those. That's not what I'm looking for, but I just wanted to grab that. Overgrown shrub creatures, Shamblers regenerate from water and can inflict paralysis. Can be tamed and are an excellent way to liven up your garden. If I recall correctly, don't they make things grow faster? I think so. But I could be wrong. Is that... No, that's raspberry. Okay. It's like, if that's mallowberry, I'm going to grab all of that. But what I'm looking for right now is... I would like to find another AE2 Meteor. I didn't bring my compass. I tend to not use the compass, really. I crafted it for the quest, but I tend to just go out and explore, especially after you have flight, and just find the meteor sites, right? But I figured we'd go ahead and finish out that quest. And actually, I think we need another piece of chalk, don't we? Like the magical chalk. It takes 3, doesn't it? Yeah, to make the magical staff. Okay. That's fine. I figured we needed more than one of those. I think the last time I did Runic Dungeons was on Crackpack. No, yeah, on Crackpack. What's that sound? Oh, there's a Reaper in there killing villagers. Yeah, not going in there. I am going to take these blocks, because I can use these for building. And what I'm actually on the lookout for right now is another blacksmith or something. So maybe we can get a little bit more ritual chalk. Because I'm thinking maybe next episode we'll go do Runic Dungeons, maybe? Maybe so? Aha! I love these guys. These are actually one of my favorite creatures in Lycanite's mobs. The Maka. They're passive. They're not going to attack me or anything like that. I am going to kill one for the achievement. But they give raw Maka meat. Now, like it says, eating it raw will cause weakness. But we know how to cook things. We're civilized peoples. If I recall, are they... What do they classify? Is it plains? Yeah, Maka. Large, peaceful herbivores can be farmed with vegetables for their meat and leather. Be careful around alphas. Now, alphas, they're a larger... I don't know if there's... Is that an alpha? No, that's just a Maka. Alphas actually have a separate bestiary entry. Oh, there's baby ones. Baby Makas. By the way, sometimes with Lycanites, you'll notice some monsters are bigger than others. That's part of Lycanites. They have a chance to spawn as different sizes and stuff. But the alphas are actually aggressive. They're a little bit on the grumpy side. Aha! I see you. There we go. Water elementals. And I'm going to kill you. Haha! Okay, let's take a look at that one. That is a, if I recall correctly, that is a freshwater Jengu. Water elementals known as the protectors of pure water. They will attack anyone they see as unpure, usually you. Yes, that they do. Okay, is there a blacksmith in this area? What do we got? Alumentum, knowledge fragments. I don't really need to know the Thaumonomicon. Glass bottles, fire charges, whatever. We'll take all that. Whoa! What is that? Okay, you need to die, in fact. What is this thing? This is massive! A Strider. Those were not in Lycanites. Last I played Lycanites. I have to scan this thing. Is this like a boss or something? Hit area. There we go. The bigger they are achievement. What is this? It didn't drop anything, really. Okay, let me pop into a house real quick. We're going to see what the bigger they are achievement is. Like, does it not have an actual, like, scan? Or did I have to scan the hit area, maybe? Ooh, I need to be careful about that, because those creepers actually do a bit of damage in this pack. Oh, here's another, that's one of those freshwater pelican things, right? Rollos. Oh, I need to be careful. My health is low. Ugh. Run away, run away, run away. There's like rocks everywhere flying around. Oh, okay. I forgot I can pause it, actually. Let's look at that achievement. That was the bigger they are, right? What? You can tame those things. Yeah, the bigger they are, slay a Strider. Strider knowledge, add a Strider to your bestiary, and then you can tame the thing. What? Now, I know they've added some new monsters, some really big monsters, in fact. What is this? I don't know what that is off the top of my head. But I did not realize Striders were a thing. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Lycanites is always adding, like, new mobs. So, like, you go for, like, a few months without playing with Lycanites, and then you start it up, and it's just like, whoa, what is all this stuff? What is this? It's like a house made of hay. It's like the Three Little Pigs or something. For some reason, I can't pick up that hay that I broke. Who is this guy? Livestock Merchant. What is this? 4 shadow coins and 32 oak wood. He gives you an Ehu egg. Spawn a pet Ehu. Ehu. There's a husk. Stone golem. A smelter. A snapper. White grizzle. Brown grizzle. Like, what is this stuff? Okay, we're going to mark this. There we go. We need shadow coins, though. Which shadow coins? Let's see. Define RPG, shadow stone, that's shadow bars. Arlemite and rupee makes that. Okay. Well, we could actually pull that off then. So we'll probably come back later and see about getting some of those like little pet creatures. That's very, very interesting. Oh, here's a magical forest. I am going to mark this on the map. It's showing it as a flower forest, but okay, there we go, magical forest. This place will definitely come in handy a bit later, once we start getting into Thaumcraft. Oh man, the oceans are going to be nasty, by the way. Like, I don't know if you realize, because, of course, Divine RPG has a lot of ocean mobs that are pretty dangerous. But then Lycanites add some really, really bad ones. Like, yeah, there's those like little underwater copper things. Oh, there's one of my favorite creatures too from Lycanites. I love these guys. These guys are poison. They leave poison trails behind them. These aspids. Actually, kill one of these. But they're peaceful creatures, aside from their poison trails, and they're really good for farming as well. These are swamp creatures. Aspids, peaceful reptiles with strange growths on their backs. Aspids love mushrooms and can be farmed with them. Be careful, however, as they constantly emit a cloud of poison and usually leave a trail of this behind them. They have some... That poison's pretty nasty when you have like a fenced-in area. There's whales and dinosaurs. Oh, and there's a Wendigo. Now these are like... These guys are actually... Hey, I want to scan you. I want to scan you. Whoa, get out of here. So much damage. I do not have my... It's like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. I want to kill one for the achievement. Oh, there's a big turtle. Is that Divine RPG or is that Lycanites? I don't know. There we go. Haha. That was an Arix. Wicked frost imps normally found in very cold places. They throw balls of ice fire, which damage and slow enemies, can be tamed, making great pets. Do you happen to have any runic chalk, sir? No, you do not, but you have some thaumium. Searing taco. If I recall, that thing is like full hunger food. We've also got some dark steel, and we have a blizzard scepter, mid-damage spray fire, and places ice fire. Some of those scepters are actually pretty nice. They're pretty nice. And we will definitely be using those. I probably need to start heading back toward our house. In fact, I don't know where I am in relation to home at the moment. Okay, it's off in this direction. If I just cut a diagonal straight across, we'll hit home. What do we have here? Vibrant alloy, dark boots, iron pet armor, dark steel, cinderfall sword, imbued with the souls of cinders. On hit, deals additional damage as armor-piercing fire damage. Ignites, chance of summoning a cinder minion. That sword is OP. It's so nice. We've also got a poop scepter. Low damage, rapid fire, applies slowness and nausea. Places poop clouds. Cinderfall sword, it's not really, I won't say OP, but it is a very, very good sword. It's nice, I promise. I'm just going to leave the rest of that stuff. I don't care about any of that. But I will say that the Cinderfall sword, we're going to be using that sword quite a bit. We'll probably change over from Tinker's Constructs before long and use that sword even. Maybe. Maybe so. Because, I mean, it really is. It's a cool sword. It has some really cool effects and everything. And, it's something that's a little bit different. And it can actually stand up to the Tinker's Construct stuff. Honestly. I know we've already passed the house, but I'm kind of flying off over here. I love these mountain ranges. These things are great. Oh, that's like right there. Close to where we just... close to where we just were. So now I've got places to gather sand. Until we get our cobbleworks in place. Is that an alpha? That looks like an alpha. Is it? Yep, that is an alpha. That's two alphas, actually. The spiked tails, that's how you can tell that they're an alpha. Plus they're a little bit, they tend to be a little bit larger. Up there we go. We got the mightiest. I'm going to kill this guy. He's like stuck on this corner here. There we go. Mighty Warrior achievement. And if we take a look at the bestiary, Maka Alpha. Larger Makas. Alphas are usually peaceful but can sometimes attack. They also spar with each other a lot. Alpha Makas will protect the rest of the herd. Therefore, they make farming Makas tricky at times. And that they do. Okay, I'm betting a lot of my meteors are spawning underground. So, I tend to like the ones that are above ground. It's so nice being able to get out and explore our surroundings a little bit. I like our little place. Like, there's a lot going on. Whoa! Look at all the rocks. Like, that's the worst thing about living up in the skies. You just have birds for days up here. Okay, I'm going to head off. I dumped off my inventory and everything. I'm going to head off in this direction for a minute. I actually brought our Meteorite Compass. It's actually pointing off in this direction. Oh, there's a meteor, it looks like. Meteor site right up there. Oh, that's that village that we went by earlier. We've already looted that one, so never mind. There's mallow berries. Oh, there's ant. I have actually not scanned an ant yet. I always forget to whenever I encounter them, and there we go. That's an ant, by the way. You guys haven't seen one on camera before now either, so. Oh, by the way, bestiary, I believe that's what, forest? Yeah, ant. Protectors of the forest, they will attack anything they deem a threat to the forest on sight. This means you. They regenerate in water and will drain health when attacking. Alright, look at all the dinosaurs everywhere. Like Dinosaur City. And they're so big, half the time they spawn into the terrain and stuff like that. Now, I will say, Lycanite's mobs, they've been making, like, huge improvements to, like, hitboxes and stuff like that. Over time, those dinosaurs are still one of the few things that have really bad hitboxes. You know, there's a few things like that, but what is this? Basalt. I'm going to go ahead and mark this, because I would not mind having a big thing of basalt like that to use a bit later. And we got another blacksmith. Come on, magical chalk. Yes, magical chalk. Haha. Oh, and look at all that dark steel. Redstone alloy. Yes, I will take it. That was a good chest. That was a very, very good chest. So now we have enough. I love the random Afrit in there. Now we have enough magical chalk to do runic dungeons. Maybe start checking that out. Possibly next episode. We'll see. Okay, let's actually pull up our chunk boundaries here. Aha. It's in this chunk, and this chunk. Which means it's... If I go down, like, right here, I should find it. Aha, here we go. Let me go ahead and... It's actually getting dark on me right now. Let me switch over to torches. Fingers crossed this has what we need. I believe we need, like, logic, which is only, like, the most important one. So, that's all. There we go. We're pretty much set on skystone dust at this point. Oh yeah, we're definitely set on it now. Alright, what do we got here? We have logic press. I believe that's the one we need. I believe it is. I'll check it in just a second. No, we need calculation. Dang it. Okay, well that means that the journey is not done yet. Alright, here we have one of those witch places with the dispenser at the bottom. Blood Leech Scepter, low damage, rapid fire, drains health. We got iron pet armor, black lotus. That's about it. Come on, calculation. No! Oh my gosh. It's terrible. What happened to everything that was in my, oh, whoops. Never mind. Calculation press. Haha! Okay. And it just so happens my pick just broke too, so that's good timing, actually. Alright, so that is our final press. And I'm going to head back to our house. The sun's setting. Our house is, like, right up in this direction. We've actually explored a lot today. Like, look at all this. It's so easy once you have Jetpack and Glider, like, to just float around. You know? Lycanites does make it a little bit tricky at times. Like when that Strider came out and those birds were after me and all that bad stuff. But for the most part, it is a whole lot easier now. Okay, so first up, we have some quests to turn in here. Our final press, they're going to give us 5 redstone. And then farming, actually, cactus, we've already got 6. So anyway, they're going to give us 3 blueberries. And then the next part, they want us to get 4 stacks. I actually have 4 stacks in here. But it's not registering it. Maybe if I drop them and pick them up, perhaps? Yeah, that one's not registering for some reason. I'm not 100% sure why. Anyways, maybe once I relog or something, we might be able to turn it in the next episode. If worse comes to worse, I'm just going to HQM edit it and complete it for us, because we definitely have it. I think what may have caused the issue is because I went through and I just picked up all that cactus at the same time before this first quest was done, so maybe it caused it to think that cactus went to this and not to that. I don't know. Because, like, even if I grab, like, all this cactus here, it still doesn't complete, so I'm not for sure. And it's 256, so that should finish. I don't know. Anyways, I've got melons running right now. We'll go ahead and start working on that quest. Because then, oh, they want 384 pieces of melon. This actually gives me blocks of melon. Oh, we can actually run that through a sawmill and get 9. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. What we're going to do. I know it's about wrapping up point, and I know we're still working through this stuff, but let's take a quick look at the sawmill. Copper gears, redstone reception coil, machine frame, iron axe. I actually have an iron axe somewhere. Right here. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to get ourselves a sawmill real quick. Okay, so there's everything for our sawmill. Let's go ahead and grab that. And we'll set this guy up. And, of course, this is going to be rather useful because I can get more planks, which will be... that'll be handy on its own. But then also melon, it's going to go so much farther when we run it through the sawmill. Now, I will say that axes with fortune, if I recall correctly, they can get additional watermelons, but not 9. Not generally 9 anyways. So that quest is going to be fairly easy to finish out. Oh yeah, seeds. How do we get seeds? Isn't it just craft it? Yeah, okay. That's perfect. Just throw that into there. And there we go. Yeah, so see that those few melons is like, well, with the ones I turned into seeds, it's over 2 stacks of melons. So that's great. It's great. Great stuff. But anyways, I know that it's wrapping up point right now. So I am going to end it out here. Actually, if that turns in, that won't take very long. So we've really just got sugarcane and wheat at the moment, which I have... yeah, nearly a stack of wheat, but I think that wheat is... okay, wheat is 6 stacks. Sugarcane is 6 stacks. So, these two will take a little while to do, but... hopefully by next episode we'll have all that farming stuff done. I am going to mark off, like... first up, there's a couple things. Explore your surroundings, find a desert, pyramid, jungle temple, or blacksmith chest to get some magical chalk. We've done that. We got all 3 pieces that we need. Also, the basic vanilla farms, we're doing in a different way, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that off. I actually like the phytogenic insulator a lot more because, for one, you know, it's automatic, it's faster than growing the stuff, and it's not as space intensive. Now, eventually we will have, like, actual farms set up, just not right now, because I don't have a flat landscape that's really the size that I want for vanilla farms, so I feel like, we'll just use the phytogenic insulators. One day we may have vanilla farms. We'll see. Because there's so much, I mean, the phytogenic insulator is just, it's excellent. Because, I mean, this is the slowest that it can go, and it's still, like, really, really fast. So, I don't know. We'll see. But, anyways, we're almost up to 4 stacks of melons right now, so that's definitely going to be done soon. But, anyways, I'm going to end the episode out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a little bit more exploration-y than normal. But, of course, that's a lot of this pack. So, you know, just as a heads up, if you guys hadn't noticed by now, this pack is going to be a lot of exploration and a lot of, like, hard recipe crafting type stuff. So, fun stuff. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. Especially once we start getting into the dimensions, which we're actually not far off from. Of course, Runic Dungeons will be the first one that we're going to be taking on very, very soon, actually. But anyways, next episode, we're probably going to start getting into maybe a little bit of the cobblestone generator stuff. Start using that other building that we made. Maybe go see about finding another fortress. I don't know. That's still really scary. That wouldn't be bad if it wasn't for Lycanite's lobbers and cinder falls and all those things flying around and running around. It does make the nether a little bit challenging. We'll see about that. So, we might look into that next episode, but we'll definitely probably be working on Cobblegen and on... I do get this a lot, by the way. But definitely on Cobblegen and probably Runic Dungeons. I'm going to look at maybe some... there's some options for us for some better armor and stuff. So we will probably get into that a little bit next episode. Maybe make our Tinker's crossbow and some things like that. Or not crossbow, but like a bow or something. That would be rather handy to have before we go into runic dungeons. So we may look into that next episode as well. And this quest is done, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it in. 10 bone meal, 3 gunpowder. But yeah, dimension diving next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button. And go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay up to date with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time, and we'll pick back up then. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next time.